What's going on, YouTube? It's Mike from the Hardcover Comic here today. I have a big lot of comics. I actually bought two lots of comics last night, looking at about 120 issues in these two bad boys. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna open these up and go through them. They are two series in each lot. So I'm very excited to dive into these. I apologize, guys, for all the bubble noise that's happening. I'm very excited to dive into these fat piles of comics and take a look. These are books I'm definitely 100% gonna bind. So I'm very excited to see what happens with this. Yeah, let's take a closer look. All right, folks. Well, you got my two big piles here. I'm gonna move the bigger one out of the way, and we'll start with the smaller one here, and just dive in. So I picked these up on eBay, and hopefully the crinkle. Actually, you know what? I'll take care of the crinkle first, and then I'll talk. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! All right. Well, as I was saying, I picked these up on eBay, both of these lots, and they're from a store in Barrie, Ontario, Canada, called Big B Comics. So I swung by there, picked them up after I made the purchase. And as you can see, the first set here is Trinity, which was a weekly series by DC, sort of coming off the tail end of 52. It looks like Busiek and Bagley did a lot of this. Nicieza, not Scott McDaniel, a few other folks are involved in this as well. But I've heard mixed reviews about this series. Some people some people some people didn't mind it. Others do say they thought it was terrible. And what I've noticed for the folks that do say it was terrible, they usually say compared to 52. Which I totally get. 52 is an incredible experiment that turned out to be a phenomenal success. Looks like the wow. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to mess around with these numbers. Okay, there we go. But yeah. Anyway, 52 is incredible. So I mean, obviously, if you're comparing another weekly series to that, I can understand the frustration and the decrease in quality. But it's Kurt Busiek, Fabian Nicieza, Mark Bagley. I don't know, man. Scott McDaniel. It sounds like it can't be that bad, right? Um, and the covers look great as I'm flipping through them now, so it's kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to see what this turns out to be. I've never read Trinity. Um, Again, I've only heard whispers and people complain about it, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll see what I think. And you know what? I'm honestly just probably gonna bind this bad boy, and just take it for what it is. It's a part of DC history. I got it for a solid price, so I'm not complaining about it. And it'll be, of course, fun to prep and bind. And I'm sure I'll make a video while I do that, just talking about other comic related stuff that's been on my mind. But yeah, so I'll quickly flip through the rest of this pile. You guys can look at the covers; they're pretty sweet. They kind of have a similar theme, just working through the Trinity. So I mean, it looks kind of exciting. The covers look good anyway, I will say. Covers look great. And there you go. 52 issues. Bam. Wraparound cover there. That's kind of cool. So let's get that off the table here. Oh, no backing boards on those. All right. Next pile. Once again, I'll take care of the crinkle, and then I'll do some chatting while we flip through the covers here. Alrighty, so this is a way bigger pile. I think this is like 62 issues in total, maybe even more. It might be like 68, I think. 68, that's right. So basically, what we've got here is a huge lot containing everything sort of related to Countdown from DC. This was, it eventually, I think, around the last 20 issues, it pretty much got turned into Countdown to Final Crisis. So that happened there. But yeah, I mean, Darkseid's involved here, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes out of this. It was another weekly series. I don't think this one was as bad as Trinity, at least from the reviews I've seen. And I got to check here because I believe this is the series that, yeah, yeah. So this is the series that the numbers went down actually. So the last issue is issue number 1. So that's pretty interesting. Again, it's got some cosmic stuff going on, some New Gods stuff happening. So I'm a big fan of both of those things. Cosmic and New Gods is is what I'm into. These covers look great. It's not really giving me a list of creators here. So I apologize, guys. I didn't actually do any. I didn't do too much research into these before I made the dive. The prices were so good. I just had to get it, and I do like the idea of these weekly series. I really dug 52. I really dug Batman Eternal, Batman and Robin Eternal. So the weekly series, I think when you binge read them, especially, that's when they shine. So I think all the things I've heard about these series that are negative, I guess I wonder if that's the case when you read them, when you binge read them, or is that just the case when you have to wait on a week-to-week basis, amidst all the other comics that are coming out. But same thing with the as Trinity. The covers look cool. You got Mixtelplicht in there, if that's how you say his name. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reorder these. They came in a strange order, so I apologize, guys. You're seeing covers out of place here, but I mean, to go from Joker to Darkseid, of course, having a whole bunch of other New Gods. This is gonna be fun. I think I'm staying positive. I'm very excited. And the other thing is, the reason it's 68 issues is because they included all the tie-ins as well, which I'm very excited about. I'm just gonna move this pile out of the way, guys. Included all the tie-ins, which will be fun. Again, this is something I do plan on binding, and it'll probably be 2 volumes at this point. But yeah, pretty sweet covers. Pretty sweet covers. You got Ivy, you had Clayface in there. I saw Zatanna. This looks cool. I'm looking forward to it. A little Donna Troy action. Yeah, and of course I love Final Crisis, but there was always, I always knew about Countdown, and I knew whenever I would read Final Crisis, I would always think, hey, I feel like I'm definitely missing something. So hopefully now, once I get to read this, I'll give Final Crisis yet another read, and maybe all the pieces will fall into place for me finally. That should be very, very exciting. Man, this looks great. This looks like a good time. Again, I just don't know. We got some creators getting listed. Oh, right. Okay, so we got the tie-ins here. That's right. Supergirl tie-in. Cool. Okay, cool. So I'm going to have to map these out, make sure I'm doing it properly. Got some Superman, the Atom, Action Comics, some more Action Comics. Cool. This is going to be fun. The Search for Ray Palmer. That's a pretty... Oh, nice. A little Gotham by Gaslight action. What's going on here? I never heard of these. Oh, sweet. So they go dimension hopping, Elseworld hopping. This is cool. This looks fun. I think I'm going to have a good time, at least with the Search for Ray Palmer. It looks like a real good time. So that's it, guys. Comics all over the place. I got them on the floor. I got them on the table. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Mike from the Hardcover Comic. Let me just get as many of these on here as I can. I'm going to have to clean these all up anyway. Boom, there you go. 120 comics. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun few days of cutting them up and binding them and making videos and talking shit about them. So looking forward to these. I will definitely talk about the series once I've got them once I've caught up on them, I've read them, and all that jazz. So Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't yet, be sure to check out our live stream from last night where we spoke with Jem and Fee, just talking about how Jem got into being Gem Mint collectibles and all that fun stuff. Talking about comic statues, all that fun stuff. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was Mike from the Hardcover Comic. If you guys have any thoughts or opinions on either of these series, let me know what you thought. I will, of course, give my opinion at some point eventually. I'm very curious to know what you guys thought, and yeah, maybe take some guesses to see how much I spent on all these books. It yeah, but thank you guys so much once again for tuning in. I'm rambling on as always, but until next time, and this is Mike from the Hardcover Comic. You stay classy, Internet.